I'm Matt from Oregon. Searching the internet, I was trying to find a source of a wood fire oven kit, and I just couldn't find quite what I was looking for, and I spoke to probably half a dozen different vendors through their websites before I landed on yours.
Yep.
And then we just hit it off right away, chatting back and forth about the content of your kit and how it all gets put together. It made a lot of sense.
Yep.
And the tooling in particular stood out as an important part for me. Well, I think there were a couple things. Like I said, there was the tooling, which I didn't really notice on the other kits, or at least advertised with the other kits as well. But also the combination of text and videos that you'd put together made it a lot less intimidating in terms of kicking off the project and knowing what I need to do. And the fact that you put in the kit key things like the right kind of specialty mortars that aren't necessarily easy to find. I didn't want to spend all my time hunting and pecking for those, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And it was good value too, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a Rubik's Cube. It's amazing because you open it up and there's layer on layer on layer. And I kept bothering you or your coworker there about where are these things, this or that, and then it was always in there. I just didn't take the next layer off or look around the next bend. So it just packs so well inside that you think you've gone through it all, but you haven't. Right? The shipping company called me up, said your address, and they asked about the driveway. So it's flat and it's only 50 feet long or something like that, right? So they actually wheeled it on a little cart, right? They wheeled it on into the garage.
Oh, wow.
So then I just closed the garage and then I could open it at my leisure, right?
Fantastic.
So that was okay. The main thing was that I carried it bit by bit into the backyard and down the hill, right? But that was my own fool fault for putting it down the hill. Oh, it was nothing to it. It was just as easy as a credit card transaction. So. And I got an email with where I sent a response to the address, and that was it, right? Oh yeah. So I found it to be fantastic, a lot of fun actually. It was like the best Lego kit ever, right? Because you get all these things and mix mortar, make a mess, and so the biggest thing was just not being intimidated by it, but just taking it on. Like watch the video and just go for it, right? I did find that watching the video, then reading the text and kind of going back and forth before I did that next step was a good way to do it, because there's some subtlety to it. But it was more just kind of keeping track of all those things. Like don't expect to watch all the videos and walk down and build the thing. Kind of do it in steps, and that helped quite a bit. I think aside from properly gloving my hands so I didn't burn with the cement didn't burn off my fingertips, right? And bloody fingers, right? That was about the only boneheaded part about the whole thing. But yeah, everything else. Oh, what I would have done. You say it in the video and you say it in the text as well. Just cut the bricks to get them right, to the right shape. If there's a little bit of slop that you need to make up for as you go around one row or the next. And it was so easy to cut them. I just used a grinding wheel, right? And just trimming them off the sides really wasn't a problem. So don't be intimidated by that. Right? I mean, if for nothing else, there's a couple extra bricks. Take one of those extra ones and just practice on that one so you get a sense of what it's like. That's what I would have done differently. I would have practiced cutting one and just being like, oh, this isn't a big deal, right? But other than that, no, there was really nothing crazy, difficult, or strange. It was just a lot of fun. Well, actually, oddly enough, it was actually better, I think, than working with a group stateside. I mean, it probably won't be this. Oh, well, the reason is that I'm typically working late afternoon into the evening on my oven, and that's when you're waking up, right? So I would send you an email and you'd call me back, and I'd be back here at 6 o'clock in the evening or whatever, doing my thing. And normally I would have called somebody maybe on the East Coast, and they would already been gone for 3 hours, and then I have to wait till the next day, right? The whole thing. So it actually worked out really well. Yeah. Oh, that actually stood out to me as well. The tooling was fantastic. The quality of the tooling, that is to say, to be able to place the bricks accurately, the plastic dome that you made, everything was just dialed in. I mean, it was really stunning, actually. Oftentimes you get to the end of a project, you think, oh, how would I have improved it or made it a little better? But I really don't have any suggestions there. I mean, it was spot on. Oh, you absolutely should go for it, right? If you have an inkling to do it, if you've thought about doing it. I mean, sometimes people think of the wood fire oven as just a pizza oven, right? But it's an oven, right? You can cook anything in it, and you start to get into all the other slow cooking things on the cool down phase, and I really haven't even explored that yet. And so I think it's probably more functional than you'd expect it to be if you're thinking about it from just, oh, it's a pizza oven. No, it's a lot more, and you can do a lot of great things with it. Yep. And so the other thing is that it's a great social thing to do with family and friends. Like, we'll have a couple families over all at the same time, and they all chip in and help pull things out, and it's just a fun talking point, and they get to stare at something burning, right? Yeah. And that's great fun, right?